Yo, what is going on, guys? Aspect Gaming back once again from GTNH on episode 41. And today we got some big plans, because first thing I want to do today, I have a lot of things I want to do, but the first thing, I want to work on rewiring my power system. And the way that we're going to do this is by finally building my LSC. So I've had this sitting here for a while in this chest, because I didn't really know what to do with it. And the main problem was the expense of the IV stuff. So I was having a problem where the IV energy hatches and everything are just so expensive for me right now. They're pretty much impossible for me to make right now. And with my power backbone that I have right now, I'm in a difficult spot where I would never be able to get to that, but I also need to get to that. But I figured out, I guess I saw it online on the Discord, an idea for this, and that is using, no, not that, where are they? 64 amp energy hatches. Or I guess also energy, what are they called? The energy dynamos, that's what they are. Let me bookmark that too while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, this is what I really need. But yeah, these hatches are what's going to be able to help me manage my power currently. So with 64 amps of EV coming in, that is going to be 4 amps of 16 amps of IV actually, and 4 amps of LUV. And the way we're going to handle this is with platinum cables, because actually I have a ton of platinum. I have less now that I made 2 stacks of platinum cables, but this is something that I really don't have much of a problem getting more of, and we just let it run passively. I mean, I'm going to need platinum later on, but at the later time when I can make LUV stuff and more easily transform it and make IV energy hatches, we could just recycle all these cables perfectly amount the original amount of platinum. And now you just smelt that back up. So I think this is a great idea. This is going to work out perfectly for now. And these only have 1 EU energy loss on them, which is really good with 16 amps. So we're going to be running with these throughout the base now instead of these 1x tungsten steel cables, which are 3 amps of IV. This is a pretty big step up, and this is going to help me get to a point where we can start expanding more. Not that I want to massively expand right now, but I want to rework a whole lot of stuff and take some time towards the end of EV here to fix things up, because this is not acceptable to me. All right, so I got to craft up these hatches. I need to think through what I need exactly once again. So let me do that. I need to check how much energy this produces. I forget how much it is, but I know it's quite a bit. It's definitely... All right, yeah, I gotta look at this. And also, we need to consider if we want to expand this, take it down, replace it, what we want to do. So today I'm going to be focusing on power. That's basically the gist of it. Look at this generous quest reward. We get a tier 3 or fortune 3 IV loot bag. Okay, not the best, but we'll take it. That reward is very generous too. Like that. Okay. So I'm spending some time crafting this thing. I made these 2 already. But this is kind of the least of the problems I have right now. So basically what I'm getting at is that there's a lot of really annoying recipes that use one-off ingots of stuff. And I have a solution now to try and fix this. This is just an idea. I don't know if it's going to work. But we're going to need a fluid storage bus. And then some kind of tank. Yeah, ULV is fine. Actually, is it? Yeah, it should be fine. And then we'll put a pump on top so that nothing can come. So things can only go out, they can't go in. I guess there's probably a way to set it on here too, but this will help it actually output, because this tank doesn't have an output on it. All right, let's see if this works. So yeah, fluid out. And then storage. We'll call this the fluid extractor. And okay, let's see how this does. So basically what I wanted to be able to say is, oh, I need like 1 silver molten ingot. Like, yeah, like I can get that. And we'll have it do that. So let's see if this works. So tungsten. Am I going crazy? Okay, yeah, here. They just change. They change the image of it. Oh yeah, that should work. All right, everything's made. We can request the dynamo hatch. And now I gotta make an energy hatch. Yeah, I can't. There's no way around it, I don't think. I mean, I can make a bunch of smaller ones and save a tungsten, but it's not worth it. So yeah, let's program all these, and then it should be about the same thing. I should be able to do this too right now. All right, my little fluid setup did not work the way that I thought it would. I keep running to that room instead of this one. Yeah, we're just gonna add some more tanks for these. But we're gonna keep them pretty much empty, and they're just gonna get locked whenever they need to be. Basically, whenever they need to be used. It'll just be like a little section where it puts it in and takes it out real quick. Okay, and then we'll hook these all up. Typically fluid buses go on the left, it looks like for me. Well, this one's the exception. All right, now let's see if we satisfied. Oh wait, I gotta make it so look at output. Actually, is that true? The other ones. Okay, yeah, they're facing the right way. Request that again. Okay, yeah, it sees them now. Okay, I think this will work next time. Looks like I already went. A little bit confusing working with fluids and items together, but I guess the discretizer makes it easier, or at least manageable for me. Okay, success. So now I'll finish up the other one and see if the system works. I figured it out. Let's see if we can put this in here now. So I was wrong. I put in a fluid storage bus here. I needed an import bus. Now it works properly. Okay, cool. So we can make fluids that are like a one-off strange fluid. That's very nice. Okay, both of these are done now. So into this chest they will go. Now all I gotta figure out is how to get... I think you need some more transformers, right? Unless I use this. This might work out. I think I'll need a transformer over here for the power. But then we can right away... I guess... I don't know. I need to think about it. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work because the nuclear reactors output power in like a weird way. So what I'm thinking is if I can just run this cable and get 16 amps of IV out of it, or if I got to run a cable that could hold a large amount like this, and that's what I get out of it, you know? Let me try to figure it out. All right, so lots of few minutes of recording as I forgot my mic was off, but we made a little bit of an expansion down here to fit the LSC, and I realized that when I built this, the IV tier Lapotronic capacitors weren't affordable, but now they are, so we're going to make them. There's a big difference. You add an extra zero, so they're 600 mil each, which will be pretty damn good. So right now I'm unpackaging the ones over here. That's more Thaumcraft stuff, don't worry about it. And yeah, we'll get all these back and we can just fill them with new stuff. So that'd be perfect. Yeah, I could pretty much request the craft almost straight out. There was something I had to make though. Oh yeah, I can't request the craft yet because I need to upgrade my crafting storages. Is my clean room on? Yes, okay. So yeah, we need to upgrade one of these. I'll probably put the 16K on this one and bump it up one and keep this one as an 8K. Pretty soon we'll massively expand this. This isn't going to stay in this room, so. But for now, we'll do what we got to do. What else? What else? Oh yeah, the IV ones. These basically just take Lapotronic energy orbs and are super easy to make, actually. Well, I wouldn't say super easy, but like they're relatively easy at this point because platinum's not a problem for me anymore. And everything else we just have on hand, so. What's stopped me from requesting them right now? I need more lapis. We could do that. That shouldn't be asking me for that. What is needing the vibrant alloy? Labotron dust. Yeah, I don't want to put the alloy in the recipe. Okay. Yeah, right now I'll just manually put the vibrant alloy in there when I need it because it's kind of a little bit difficult to keep up with, but we will do it manually for now. So let's see if I get 9 of them. See, these are going to use the Lapotron crystals, though. Let's wait for that to finish and we'll reuse them. It'll save me a little bit of material. Okay, they're already done. Why it always switches between me and my old skin? That's kind of weird. My skin from years ago. I guess that's just how old this world is. I used to use that skin on it. Yeah, let's crush down a whole bunch of lapis. We don't need all that lapis. And then we should be able to craft those. And I will just let it run after I make the 16Ks. And we should be good. All right, so I put it all together. My multi-block wasn't forming for a bit, and I thought I had everything right, and I did. So I had to break and replace the supercapacitor. If you have that, you might want to do that as well. So I was very confused and it wasn't working, but now I figured it out. Okay, so next up, I got to remake my power control system down here. And then it should be a pretty easy swap out for all the cables from there. Honestly, this isn't going to be as bad as I thought it would be. At least I'm going to hope it's not as bad. But yeah, down here, I guess I can keep the control system underground so it's out of the way. I do have a little platform down here, coincidentally. This is just the center of the base, pretty much, and I wanted to keep it known to me where it is. But yeah, we can make a little platform down here for sure. My mouse is acting up right now. I think it's dying. But yeah, let me copy this. Actually, this isn't even that difficult. It's 2 energy detectors, one low and one high. And then pretty simple stuff. I'll make a new RS latch so I can keep this current one in place and have this switched out. Does that make sense? Just so the switch out is easy is what I was trying to get at. Like I could just turn one on and the other one off. No, it's a transmitter, I think, right? Yeah, it's got to be a transmitter. Yeah. Let's build a little platform. Yeah, this will work out just fine. Oh, I need some red alloy. All right, yeah, let me just think this control circuit through and make it, and then I'll be back. So I think I have this set up right. So the east cover, this is the one that's going to say I'm full. So I just want that to emit a signal when it's full. And then the west cover is the one that's going to tell it needs to be filled up. So it's inverted. So when we drop below 1 billion, it'll emit a redstone and switch the latch. The latch will stay switched until we hit 5 billion. Then it'll swap again. I'm pretty sure this is right. Because this will turn off after 1 billion, but the latch will stay. And then eventually we'll reach 5 billion. Then this will hit. Then we stop. Then even if this turns off or something, we're good. Okay. I think I have it figured out. That should work. Now, do we want to switch over? I guess I should move the cables. I should switch out all the cables. All right, let's do that first. So we're going to move all these tungsten steels to platinums. And then we could switch it over at the end. Let me just break this so I don't do it early. Not that anything bad's going to happen, but I just want to make sure I'm ready to switch. I don't know how I forgot about this, but I actually need the transformers in the in and out here. Otherwise, we would have blown this up and this would not have worked right. So now we're working pretty good. I think I'm ready to tie this in. I put a little bit of energy into it. Okay, it has 144 mil in it right now. Let's give it a little bit more. So we turn you off and we turn this on. So now this should be energized. Looks like it is. This should be, yep, that's full. Okay, cool. I had to switch my circuit a little bit too, just because I had to move this to the other side. The logic didn't just need to be inverted. So yeah, like redstone off means that I am requesting. Redstone on means that I need. It stops. That's basically what it is. Okay, so now this is gonna take forever to fill. And I'm gonna need some kind of like data panel to help me figure out what's actually in here. I forget how to do that exactly, but I know there's a way to do it. And you can put up a screen that like has all the info on it. And I'm poisoned. Other news, I ran my power backbone with platinum cables. We got pretty far. Some of the longer runs are going to keep 1x tungsten steels just because they're kind of going to one-off transformers farther away. And there's no way they're ever going to request enough amps to burn the cable up. When we have a bit more platinum, I could replace them later just to be sure. But we're looking pretty good right now. So what I want to do next is make more platinum. Make this cable run a lot farther. And I also want to make the cable go out that direction right now. And eventually that direction as well. And I'm also going to tear this down. Once this runs out of power, we'll get rid of this. Looks like this is still carrying the output for the most part. So yeah, we'll let that run out. And now we can start, we have a lot more room to play with to do larger automations in the base that this is done now. And the big project I want to start working on is uranium production. So yeah, what I have in mind for this, let me show you. Let me put this away first. I think this will automatically go to the... No, I guess it doesn't. I think if I put it in over here, it'll automatically go into the centrifuge. Yeah, okay, it does. And I'll get processed to where it needs to go. Okay, so the uranium recipes that I got to deal with, it's mostly a Thaumcraft thing. So we can automate this with a crucible pretty easily. The only thing is we need UU matter. I did this before one time. I don't really remember exactly how this works, but I think it's relatively easy. You kind of just dump power into it and it makes UU matter. You can use UU amplificator, but I don't think you have to necessarily. Maybe we can even get to these berries, do some more crop breeding. Yeah, you can make crystallized UU matter, which then turns diamonds into uranium, which is very nice. Diamonds will be infinite for me in a very short time because of these guys. It's a relatively low chance, actually, but we should still have enough from them. And then over here, you can turn the uranium-238 directly into 235 with this recipe. Now, I don't know exactly how these work, but we can make the arcane assembler. So we're going to do that. We're going to figure out how it works. And then from there, it's pretty easy. S2 coolant, just some lapis and water. Very easy recipe. And then this is just a bunch of iron, I'm pretty sure, to can it. Which we are low on right now, but we can fix that. So yeah, it's actually relatively easy to get automated uranium for me, I think. We will have to double check on how some of these things work, but I think we're going to be in a good spot. So I guess we'll get working on that to get my power situation sorted. Yeah, right now I got to place a miner down manually to do that. And I actually can't take my rocket anymore because I need to remake my cetane system. So yeah, we got to do this before we run out of uranium, which we actually have a lot more. I think we have more than enough to make a couple more sets of 40. I should actually probably do that, make a whole lot more, just so I don't have to worry about it. Then our timer is much higher. I think I will do that. Just put all this away. Okay. So I think it's time to do some thaumaturgy plus Greg Tech. It's gonna be a crazy cool system. I've never seen anybody else do this before. These specific recipes, so people probably have, but I think it's interesting, so I'm gonna try to do it now. I just noticed that we're over 20 minutes already, so any of the next stuff I want to do is gonna take a long time, so we're gonna cut it here. I was able to knock off 2 things in the to-do list, which I wrote a long time ago. I need to rewrite it with more ideas for what I want. And honestly, this is kind of done too. My fluid nuke upgrade kind of did finish that. So I need to make more titanium. We're going to run out of titanium very soon. So we'll be forced to do that. That's not happening right now. But the rest of these goals are pretty good. The radon loop can happen as well. We'll put it in the new machine room. And I'll need that pretty soon to get upgraded circuits. I think they're like it's the quantum circuits. Where are they? So these all need the qubit processors. And these need quantumize. As well as... Actually, I don't know what's cheaper. The quantumize... I feel like indium's hard to come by for me right now. I have like a little tiny bit of it because I made that setup right before I got burned out. Yeah, these are just radon plus Eye of Ender, and we can do this pretty soon. I'm going to want a blaze powder. Not a blaze powder. I'm going to want a blaze EEC as well for blaze powder and blaze rods and stuff, because I'm going to need that for pyrotheum eventually for volcanuses. That's probably a long time out, but I'm going to have to do that eventually. So just another thing to keep in mind. I'm going to have like a little line of EECs. So yeah, it's going to do us for today. Basically just rewired the power, finally set up the LSC, and we're looking good. Making steps towards the future. And hopefully next episode will be a banger, because I think I'm ready to do the uranium automation. I just need to think through it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you guys have any tips for me, always leave them in the comments. I enjoy reading them. And I try to respond to pretty much everything that I find worthwhile to respond to, which is 90% of the comments. So any interactions are appreciated. And as always, have a good day.